When we have our kids, we tend to become all consumed with this new title of mom. We go from being these more selfish beings to putting our children first, mama bear, right? And along the way, some of us, we lose ourselves in that new mama bear mentality. And I want to talk about 3 ways that you can reconnect with yourself, still be your mama bear, but also get to know yourself again in this new role. Because life changes, you change, we all change, and we're always adjusting and growing and learning. So who are you now that you're in your motherhood journey? And what makes you happy? What do you miss doing? What do you want to start doing again? Or maybe there's something new you want to try. So let's talk about the 3 ways that you can reconnect with yourself today. Hey mama, are you struggling with how to make time for yourself as a work-at-home mom? Are you drowning in laundry and dishes, poopy diapers, and kids who are constantly screaming, Mom, even though they're 5 feet away from you? I get it. I'm Jessa, and this is Caught Up in Motherhood, where I want to help you set priorities, create boundaries, ask for help, and learn to love yourself and motherhood again. You can show up for you without sacrificing motherhood and without the guilt. So if you're ready to be caught up in motherhood, then go grab a fresh cup of coffee and that laundry basket sitting in the corner. Don't worry, I've got mine too. And listen in to today's episode. There seems to be this trend when we become moms that it consumes. That we let this new title become everything to us. And our whole day, our whole week revolves around this title and our responsibilities in relation to being mom, to being a homemaker, caretaker, wife, all the titles. And when we're in this process of being a new mom or having mom of littles for a title, it can get overwhelming quickly. And primarily that would be because we're new to it, right? You start a new job, you don't know what you're doing yet. The tasks can take a considerable amount of time as you learn and figure it out. And as you become more seasoned in your role, you become better at it and quicker. You learn tricks and you're just faster, right? So same thing applies to your motherhood journey, to the title of mom, and to all the responsibilities that we have now as mom. And one of the things that happens is we put our needs at the bottom of the list. Our to-do list is ever growing, even when we're not moms and we're just doing our day-to-day lives. And when we don't put our needs at the top, sometimes we can forget who she is, who we are underneath that title of mom. So I have for you today 3 ways that you can reconnect with yourself. And I really hope that you take this to heart and think about who you are outside of mom, outside of this title. Because I can tell you, after having my first and learning this new role, learning how to be mom, and then doing it a second time and a third time, you, at least for me, have to reconnect each time. Because your roles changed. The number of people relying on you has changed. And all of a sudden, your needs once again get pushed down to the bottom of the list. And you need to think about who you are and what you like, what you don't like. And these things can change. We are always evolving, always growing, always learning, always looking for the next best thing, the newest thing to do, new parenting styles, new gadgets, whatever it might be. We're always learning and growing, consuming. And I want you to think about before you had kids, maybe even before you got married. What did you enjoy? What did you do? And think about, would you do those things again right now, today, or tomorrow? Right? So for me, when I was little, when I was younger, you'd go out on Friday night, right? Go out for a fish fry, go out for a couple drinks, go to a concert. Love going to concerts. And then you get home around, midnight, bar closed, 2 a.m, whatever it might be. Now I think about that as an adult with 3 kids. I can tell you, I am not going to a concert. I am not staying out till 2 a.m. My kids are up between 4 and 5 a.m. So for me, 2 to 3 hours of sleep is not enough to function anymore. I can't run on those few hours. I would love it if I could get at least 7 a night. So I know that in this season of life that I'm in, going out to a concert all the time or going out for a couple cocktails isn't necessarily going to happen. Or if it does happen, it's going to become a bigger thing to be able to accomplish, right? I have to hire a babysitter. I have to think about what the kids are going to eat, bath time, bedtime routine. And then I'd think about, is this event that I'm going to, this concert or this social event, worth the lack of sleep, worth all of the different things that are going to happen the next day, right? And then I have to make the decision whether or not I want to go. And when you think about then versus now, you start to realize that what's a priority and what's important has changed. The desire to go to that concert or to go to that social event over the weekend maybe isn't as strong. And that's okay. You're in this different season right now. You're in this different part of your life. And there will become a time where you can go to those concerts again and it'll be easy to do it. And there'll be that time where those social events are easier to go to or more enjoyable, or where hiring that babysitter is totally worth it. And it's thinking about and understanding where you're at in those stages and knowing that it's okay to be in that different stage, to be in your current season of life right now. But how do you know what's important? How do you know what you value anymore and what you enjoy doing? Because you need to take time to figure out what you want to do. And maybe you still want to go to those concerts every now and again. Maybe you decide it's not worth it and you'd rather do something else, but you don't really know what that something else is yet. So that leads into my 3 ways that you can connect with yourself. The first way is probably going to be the hardest one for you to do. So we're going to start with it first because it's probably going to be one of the more important ones. And that's to date yourself. Think back to when you were dating your husband, dating your spouse. You had to go on those dates to get to know each other. You had to ask the probing questions and figure out who they were and figure out whether or not you liked that person enough to go on a second date. So it's the same concept. It's the same idea. You need to date yourself. So I challenge you to take some time, go to the coffee shop, and go sit there by yourself with your own thoughts and order something to drink, get yourself a cake pop or whatever you might like, and just be with yourself for an hour and think about what you like, what part of your day you enjoy. Think about the things that you enjoyed when you were younger before kids and what you'd like to be able to do again. Maybe try again. Or maybe there's something new that you've never done that you'd love to try. Maybe you want to try painting, or maybe you would like to do a dance class or take a cooking class. I don't know. Think about what you could enjoy and what you would want to do for you again. And then I challenge you to take action on it. But before you take action, I want to reel us back a little bit to go back to sitting at the coffee shop. So while you're sitting there, thinking about who you are, thinking about and reconnecting with yourself, I want you to bring with you a notebook. And I know that you can do this on the computer or bring your laptop, but we can get so distracted with our electronics. So paper and pen, okay? Bring your notebook, and I want you to journal. And I want you to journal on a couple of questions. And I want you to journal on what you love about the stage of life that you're in. The stage of life of being a new mom, or a mom with multiple kids, mom of littles. What do you enjoy about your day? The whole thing here is we're seeing the positive. We're trying to be more positive. We're trying to be more self-aware, self-reflecting. So what do you enjoy most about your day? And write it down. Are you lost in motherhood and feeling overwhelmed with managing it all? The house, the kids, the running around, and everything in between. You're just so tired that the thought of taking time for yourself is simply exhausting. So instead, you numb out on social media and eat those snacks that are hiding in the back of the freezer. And while you're doing this, you're beating yourself up and comparing yourself to the others that you see online, wondering, why can't I do that? Why doesn't my house look like that? And then you go to bed and you tell yourself you'll do better tomorrow. Tomorrow, you'll take some time for yourself. Tomorrow, you'll go to bed early. Tomorrow, you'll plan a date night. But tomorrow never comes. Those promises that you keep making to yourself, they don't happen because you keep doing the same thing over and over again, just like yesterday, but you're expecting different results. I know this feeling. I have been there. I have been lost in these moments of feeling inadequate in loving my kids and wanting to provide for them in the best way possible, but feeling like I'm failing, like I'm not doing enough. I'm not good enough. You are not alone, Mama. I see you, and I want to help you get past this, get past these negative feelings and thoughts. I want to see you thrive in your motherhood journey and own this season that you're in. I want to help you see the positive in the everyday and enjoy the little moments and learn how to support yourself again. I want to be your best mom friend next door, whose door is always open, the iced coffee is always ready, and that porch swing is always swinging. I am here to guide you through the tough days because, Mama, I've been there. I know what you're feeling, and it's okay. These feelings are valid, but it's how we respond to them that can change the course of our day. Now, Mama, this right here, these feelings that you're experiencing right now, this is why I created my Mama Connection coaching. I want to help mamas like you, mamas like me, mamas that want to do it all, that know that it starts with them and how they talk to themselves. Mamas that know that you can do it. You just need a little help, a little encouragement to get started. So what do you say? Are you ready to come knock on my door and start connecting with yourself again? Are you ready to feel caught up in your motherhood journey, to know that you got this? Then I encourage you, Mama, to book a Mama Connection coaching call today so that tomorrow can come and you will be ready and you got this. For your next journal prompt, I want you to write about what you want to do differently. And this can go in any direction you want it to go in. You can talk about your parenting style, you can talk about your diet, your self-care routine, your marriage, your day-to-day, how you wake up in the morning, how you structure your day, whatever it is. What do you want to do differently? And write it down. And then for your third prompt, I want you to write out your actions. So what we did here, to get better at this action step, is you're writing what you love, you're writing what you would change, And then you're writing what you're going to do. So what are you taking action? What are you going to do? You know what you love, you know what you want to change. So what are you going to do about it? And I find that it's helpful to take that first actionable step right away, which is writing out your plan, writing out what you want to do. So write out your steps, in essence. You want to get up earlier in the morning, okay? What are you going to do about that? You're going to set your clothes out the night before. You're going to reset your kitchen. So when you go into the kitchen in the morning, it's already clean and ready to go for breakfast. You're going to meal prep for the week on Sundays. You're going to what? What are you going to do? What do you want to change? And write out those actionable things. And then pick one or two to take action on. Let it be something small. We're in this for the long haul, right? We're not in this for the short. So you need to grow and you need to work towards those bigger things. We can't change everything overnight. We need to take little steps, little wins, and move forward. And it can be something as little as just taking the time to be with yourself, taking the time to go do something that you enjoy doing again. Maybe this little coffee date thing is something that you need to do regularly. Maybe once a week, every 2 weeks, you decide that you're going to go sit at the coffee shop for an hour and just be. Listen to the coffee house music and just be. No kids, no 20 questions, just a cup of coffee that you get to drink hot or cold, however you like it, and you just get to be. Alone, freed, relaxed. Maybe you journal on other things. Maybe you read for a half hour, an hour of that time. But the whole thing is that you're doing something that you enjoy doing. And with those two, the third thing goes along with that taking action piece, which is to try something new. You should take the time to try those new things. So like I talked about, a Zumba class, Pilates, art class, cooking class. If there's something that you can actually physically do that you want to do, you should take the time and energy to try to make that happen. And I know some of these things can cost money, right? A class costs money. So figuring out how to make that happen, right? Spring is here. I am currently sitting outside of my oldest son's speech therapy building recording this episode because this is that in-between time that I have. There are no other kids. Somewhat quiet. You probably heard trucks and cars in the background, but it's quiet enough that I can sit outside and talk to you. And this will probably become a weekly thing for me as the weather gets nicer and he continues to have these speech classes so that I can spend some time on this, uninterrupted, for at least a half hour every week. And I'm going to take advantage of that because it's getting nice out. But my whole point is finding the time and making the time to try something new, to do something new. I know something that I like to do is get my hair done, right? I'm not talking about going to get your mom cut, but you can do something new for you, whether it's dyeing your hair, just getting a haircut, something to make you feel fresh again. I am currently 3 months postpartum, and I just started with the hair loss, right? Big clumps of hair are coming out. So for me, hair is a big component of my life right now. I just feel like it's everywhere. I'm shedding. The kids are finding it. It's driving me crazy. I can't keep up. And I am so tempted to just cut it. Now, I know that's not going to fix it, so I'm not going to. I did get a trim, though, just to make it a little bit more manageable. And I decided to buy this purple shampoo and conditioner so that I could temporarily color my hair something fun, and then it washes out. So if you've been on my Instagram, you've probably seen a little bit of purple. Kind of starts to turn gray after a couple of washes, and then I got to rewash it if I want to, keep it going. But it was an inexpensive way for me to try something new and decide if I liked it or not, because, dyeing your hair can get expensive, and we don't have to try something new that's expensive. We can try something new that is more affordable. For me, that was shampoo and conditioner, instead of actually paying to have my hair bleached and then dyed a fun color like a lilac-y lavender purple. And that worked for me for a little bit, you know. There are other things that we can do, that we can try to give ourselves a little bit more attention and to reconnect with ourselves. There can be so much fun to be had in this stage of reconnecting with ourselves. Like, go on mini dates with yourself. Call it a date. I'm doing a self date. And I'm going to go to my local salt lounge. And I'm going to go sit in the salt room. Or I'm going to go do the float pod. That's something else that you could do. Just try to come up with some fun things. And for me, in my area, those are affordable. Like, I think the local salt room is about $30 for 45 minutes, maybe 40. And then the float, I think, is like $60 for an hour. Like, done. Peace and quiet and calm and relaxing. So that is at my list of things that I want to book, and I'm so excited for. But with these 3 ways to reconnect with yourself, like I said, you can do them all at once. Like, you can do them in bits and pieces, however it works for you, your season, your family, your day. I really challenge you to take that time to be with yourself and think about who you are now as a mom and what you enjoy doing, and just giving yourself that time to accept that your life has changed. Accept the fact that going out on a Sunday when it's 80 degrees outside for mimosas maybe isn't going to happen right now. But maybe you could invite the girls over and sit in your backyard, have mimosas at home, and all the kids can just run around the yard. And sure, it's not the same as being waited on when you go out to the bar or the restaurant, but you're able to connect with your girlfriends. You're able to enjoy the nice weather as it gets warmer here. And you're able to have that adult conversation again. And your kids are entertained and you're not paying for a babysitter. Right? It's a win-win in a lot of ways. And we just need to take that time. Again, reconnect with yourself. Keep it simple. Okay? Something like having your girlfriends over, or going to the coffee shop for a half hour, going for a walk after the kids go to bed, whatever that might look like for you. And just take that action. Take that first step to get to know yourself again and to rediscover what's important to you, what you enjoy doing, so that you can start doing it again. Right? And it doesn't have to be this thing that you do every week. It doesn't have to be something you do twice a week, twice a month, or whatever. It could be once a month. It could be once every couple months. I have a girlfriend that I like to hang out with, and she's got kids, I have kids, and we can't connect all that often. Like, we made plans. Oh, no, my kid's sick. Let's cancel. Okay, how about next weekend? Nope, the following weekend. Okay, we haven't seen each other in 3 or 4 months because life. And that's okay. The fact is, we're putting in that effort still, even if we can't physically connect with each other outside of that every couple of months thing. But that's the season we're in. And there's nothing wrong with the season that you're in. We just need to make the best of the time that we have, create those memories, create those moments, see the positive, and enjoy it. So don't forget, Mama, you got this. And I'll see you on the next episode. Hey, Mama, thanks for hanging out with me today. I know you have a lot going on, and I appreciate you taking the time to listen. I hope this episode gave you new energy to tackle today. If so, could you leave a review and subscribe to the podcast so that you never miss an episode? That would mean the world to me. I'd also love to connect with you on Instagram, so send me a DM and let me know if this episode was helpful. I love hearing from you. Remember, Mama, you got this. Until next time, I'm Jessa Ray, and this is Caught Up in Motherhood.